Happy Wednesday, everybody. Today we're going to do a quick wrap-up video on all the stock market. You can see S&P 500. This is support trend line, and now we're back testing the support trend line. You can see here support, support, support. This is daily chart. We broke down, and then we made a higher low, and now we're going higher. And if you break above this trend line tomorrow, then my target is 456 from here. And you can see from here we're looking at around 1.16% more upside. Triple Qs also in you can see this big resistance area. Also there's this downward sloping trend line broke out today, so even if you get a little bit of cool down, that will be very bullish. Look to buy the dip. My target eventual targets at minimum are these two gap fills. First gap fill is around 382.82, other gap fill is around 2.26. Gold right in the resistance area. You can see this whole area here, so coming right into the resistance area. If you get a little bit of cool down, look to buy all the dips. Silver is also by the dip market. You can see it's holding nicely on this support trend line. Support, 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 support. So look to buy all the dips on silver. So I think if you get any cool down here, look to buy it before it goes to another new all-time high. And natural gas, very nice pump to almost 3.5% up, holding this trend line very nicely. So buy the dip. Look to buy any dips on natural gas, crude oil. Again, new low, but you can see it's now pumping higher. But this is where the resistance is. So coming right into this resistance trend line, dollar where I should be looking for a lot of sell-off. I am expecting sell-off right there and looking for this 2 week, and that's going to be good for commodities, Bitcoin, and stock market. Bitcoin, it was basically up almost 7% yesterday, consolidating. Let's bring some EMA lines. Bitcoin really need to cross above this blue line, which is 200 SMA line. As long as it's below that, don't be too exactly bullish, but you can see now it could be consolidating after this massive pump, and then maybe it's getting ready for another pump higher. So we'll see how Bitcoin does in the next couple of days. Ethereum also in the support area and then bounced massively, just consolidating here. And let's quickly look at all the sectors and gold miners. Let me find the right, here you go, Newmont Mine, biggest gold miner in the support area. Look to buy all the dips. Gold miners, there's a gap here around 27.97 that will be filled. If you get any weakness, if you go all the way there, that will be a good target to buy. But yeah, look, it's by the dip right now. I think bottom is in on gold miner. And let's look at Apple. Heading higher. Let me hide these EMA lines. It's above all moving averages, which is very bullish. And now there's this gap right here around 190.66, another gap around 195.21. So from here, it can close gap as soon as tomorrow, 1.58%. Second gap is around 4% away. Tesla consolidating after massive bullish move, almost 7% yesterday, holding this trend line very, very nicely. Microsoft trying its best to go above this trend line. So let's see if it goes above that. Google about to make a new high. If it keeps going higher, there's a gap here around 141. Looks like it wants to go there now. Meta also, there's a gap around 322. It wants to go there. Amazon looks like it's back on this trend line. You can see this trend line, support, support, support. It broke down, back on this trend line, trying to go higher. Netflix holding the support trend line very nicely. So it looks like all major indices are on the support. Snowflake's trying its best. There are multiple gaps with upside, 165, 176, 185. NVDA trying to make new all-time high. If it keeps going higher, it's going to burn through all divergence. Okay, so be careful shorting NVIDIA. AMD looking very nice. Came on this support, now trying to go above this trend line. So let's see how soon it can go there. Toronto Stock Exchange very bullish, but if I go to 1 hour chart, looks like there is a little bit of gap left here. So I have to draw that gap here. Let me draw that gap very soon here. So there you go. So there are two gaps, so it could come down, fill this gap, and then go higher. Hang Seng Index trying its best right on the resistance area. You can see here if I draw a box. Let me try to find the right tool here. To draw a box like that. Here you can see here right where the resistance is, so it can sell off from here. Let's look at commodity. Let's look at bond here. Bonds looks like it's trying to make a bottom, and yeah, it's right in the resistance area, same as the one I showed you before on I think Hang Seng Index. So very similar to that. So right in this resistance area. wicks, you can see here this gap is filled, so I can delete that. The other two gaps, 13.6 point and 13.34, if it goes down, fill those gaps, that's going to be bullish for stock market. Let's look at commodities. Copper is going higher, and by the dip, palladium came again on this support, now pumping higher today. And corn, wheat is also back testing the support trend line and still holding support before it pumps higher. Corn just consolidating below it. I'm looking for an explosive move one day to take corn above 5.2. Soybeans again came to this support area, find support, buyers here, now bouncing. Sugar again in this resistance area, trying to consolidate before maybe it will make a flag before it bounces. Dow Jones looking for new high, gap fill 351.72. IWM also looking for new highs, but I think it's going to be a little bit of consolidation before IWM can go straight up. So looking for this to fill this gap, come back to this trend line and then go higher. All right. And we covered gold miners. Newmont mine is in the support area here, so very near 52 weeks low. Gold miners, there's a gap here, so that's the only thing which is bothering me. If we come down, fill this gap, look to buy at that time. Gap is around 28 bucks. And let's quickly look at Bitcoin. I think I already covered Bitcoin, so I'm going to skip that. Let's quickly look at dollar. Dollar is where it should be looking for resistance here, now selling off. And let's see what else is here. Let's look at sectors. XLK looking for this gap to fill. XLE looking for this gap to fill. XLV also there's another gap here around 138 looking that to fill. XLU is the sector which, if you haven't bought, if you missed this pump, this is still below this trend line, consolidating, looking for an explosive move. Good time to buy XLU. Industrial also multiple gaps. I think this gap is filled, so I can delete this gap. And there's a gap to the downside, but looks like it wants to fill the gap to the upside first. Real estate sector, another gap up here around 38 bucks, looking to fill that. Financials very close to filling this gap, still did not fill. 34.76. KRE regional bank ETF. I don't know, there are two gaps. Maybe it will come down, fill this gap before it go higher, or it will go higher and fill this gap and then come lower. I have no idea. Okay, I think that's about it. It's gonna be a quick meeting today. Sorry, a quick summary of video, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Bye.